Hey guys, thank you for sitting back. I know it's a short while before we all go to lunch, so I'll try to speed through this and leave 1 or 2 minutes, hopefully at the end, for a quick Q&A session. So my name's Thamim. I'm one of the co-founders at StellaSwap, and this is my beautiful assistant today, Player One Taco, who will be taking us through a brief, quick demo throughout the presentation. So a little bit about us. We were the first DEX on top of Moonbeam, and today we've probably done about over $650 million of cumulative trading volume through the Moonbeam network. We have the largest market share on there and a very fast and growing sort of community and ecosystem. On a day-to-day basis, we do anything from about $2 to $3 million of trading volume a day to an average of sort of like $5 million. So our team, just a bit of background. We all actually met in sunny Dubai. We were working at a centralized exchange. And 3 of us, the CTO, the CPO, and myself, we got on like a house on fire. We brought on a few friends and said, look, we want to get out of this centralized space. What can we build in DeFi? And we knew we could execute. Within 10 days, bish, bash, bosh, we had StellaSwap up and running. 10 days further down the line, we got to 150 million sort of TVL and said, yep, we're onto something here. Let's all go full time, quit our jobs, brought a few friends in. 5 months down the line, we're a team of 11 people now and just growing all the time, executing, building, and really enjoying the journey with the Moonbeam team. Just about us. Since then, we've pretty much grown with most, we've grown and developed relationships with most of the largest ecosystem players, the bridges, some sort of other institutional DeFi sort of protocols like Beefy, and we're continuing to grow those partnerships. Here we go. We're gonna run into a quick demo now. We're gonna show you how StellaSwap sort of works. We really pride ourselves on user experience. Can we just go on to the demo, please? Brilliant. So this is StellaSwap.com. If you're on your mobiles, please feel free to head on there. And today we're going to take you through what the standard user experience looks like. So you come onto the website and you can kind of just get a good feel of what is StellaSwap, where are we at the moment, and then you typically launch the app itself. And here, when you come to StellaSwap, the first thing you'd probably want to do is the unique thing about Moonbeam is it's an EVM compatible chain, which means you can actually run your MetaMask wallet on there. You just got to switch over the network. So you may have some Ethereum assets and you want to bridge them over to the Moonbeam ecosystem. The first thing you do is you click on your bridge, and then you have a drop-down list of options that you can bridge over directly into Moonbeam. And what we do is we make sure you don't actually get out of the portal. So it all happens in one ecosystem, and the user experience is like super simplified. We've actually gone one step further. Some of you might be like, actually, we don't have any Glimmer. We have this swap for gas feature, which is powered by Economy, one of our partners. And here we will automatically transfer any of your existing assets into Glimmer. We also have a four-set feature. So if you're new to Glimmer or new to Moonbeam and our DEX, we will actually incentivize you for your first transaction that you may do on StellaSwap. So after you've bridged over some assets, we'll go into the swaps. So this is your standard AMM sort of swap feature. We're going to be enhancing this a little bit more, where we're working with the likes of Axelar and other ecosystem partners, where you can actually swap between other parachains, but also automatically swap between other layer 1 protocols. That's something that we're going to be working on. So after swap, one of my favorite features about StellaSwap is our zap function. So staking in DeFi is such a pain point where you've got to calculate the balances between the assets that you're breaking down. So we've got this like super awesome feature. You just click on one asset that you're looking to stake. It's one-click sort of staking. And for example, you may click on Glimmer here, and it'll automatically give you the options that we have on our farms. You just do one-click staking, and then you're good to go. Now we'll take you into our farms. So this is where all the exciting sort of standard yield opportunities are. What do we have on here at the moment? So we've got some mostly sort of very focused Glimmer pools that we're running at the moment. And yeah, so coming back to the Zap feature, your user flow will be you come onto the farms, like, okay, I really like this USDC Glimmer farm, for example. And then you can go back into the Zap feature, and then you can click on Glimmer, and it will automatically give you that farm option. And with one click, you're just yielding into that farm. So we've really solved some very complex user experience problems there. Next feature. If you attended our panel discussion earlier on around DeFi, one of the challenges of sort of earlier DeFi protocols and the governance token is there's not much utility behind this. So we've actually thought really long and hard about how can we add value back to our users. So one of the first things that we do with our Stella token is if you're a Stella token holder, you can stake it to get X Stella. And that's probably one of the few protocols that share over 80% of our protocol revenues directly back to our staked X Stella token holders. So if you head onto the X Stella feature there, you'll see that farm already has, how much is on that? If you could scroll up, please. You see there's already $2.7 million that's been staked in Stella. And one thing we're going to be enhancing on this is we're going to be bringing more projects into this ecosystem. As we scale with XEM and other super exciting DeFi projects that we're attracting to us, for our X Stella token holders, we're going to be listing other enhanced sort of members-only products that will appear here at the bottom. So what you can essentially do is you can then stake your X Stella to get access to sort of try rewards with incentivized by us, the project that's listing, and then another stable pair of our choice. So yes, and then finally, we've just recently launched Moonwell, which is the money market on top of Moonbeam has come live. So if you're looking to get further yields through borrowing and lending, you can very quickly find Moonwell at the top. So there's a quick mention to those guys. If we go back to the slides, please. Can we just go back to the slides, please? Thank you very much. So that's a quick demo. So what is our kind of real aim here? We chose Moonbeam very strategically for its EVM compatibility. Now we're at a stage where we can start to attract other XEM assets to start listing on our DEX and offer those solutions from a very simple swap feature where you don't actually need to go to other parachains. You can directly swap XE assets within StellaSwap. So we're going to be launching with the likes of Akala. We're going to be launching their Metapool AUSD on StellaSwap. That's going to come live soon. And then we'll be launching other sort of stable base pools with DOT and whatnot. So we're really well positioned, not only we're the largest DEX on Moonbeam, but we're really aiming to be the DEX of choice across the Polkadot ecosystem. Yeah, so what are some exciting upcoming features? We've got a pretty tech-heavy team. We're probably the first to introduce like a hybrid routing system where we basically combine the stable AMM and the standard AMM to bring more efficiency to that routing. We're going to be launching the liquid staking on Glimmer. We've got a DOT derivatives base pool coming, again, powered by the XEM protocol. And then we've got I don't know why there's a Binance logo there, but we've got an Akala Meta pool that's going to be launching soon as well. Other than that, we're going to be boosting farms with X Stella token holders. And then we're going to have a very tiered gasless trading for users who we identify as being regular traders on our platform. We're going to be incentivizing them with lower trading fees through gasless trading. So what about the bigger picture? So we mentioned where we believe that DeFi is going to become DeFi as a service. So we've got the primitives, swap, borrow, lend, and yield. Where now DeFi is going to be scaling is you're going to have sort of order book management systems coming live with layer 2 sort of solutions. And then the real missing piece is the identity layer. So that's where you can, once you sort of have some sort of scoring system, you can start to offer underwriting and insurance services, et cetera, et cetera. So what we really want to then start to focus on is existing Web 2.0 infrastructures, where we begin to scale our DeFi as a sort of service offering. So some sort of examples that could be remittances, gaming, or NFT platforms, or e-commerce. So within remittances, if you've used your New York taxi here, the drivers most likely come from another part of Middle East or Asia, and they're probably sending money back home. So how can we plug into some of these existing payment solutions, remittance payment solutions, and provide better efficiency or better rewards to those transactions that take place? And then sort of we're speaking to a couple of sort of metaverses and gaming platforms on, they don't want to manage a marketplace to manage their NFT or gaming marketplaces and assets. So how can they leverage StellaSwap as a DEX to offer staking as a service, et cetera, et cetera. And then we're sort of speaking to an e-commerce company based in Miami around, they're thinking about how do we enhance our loyalty programs. So you may have seen recently Amex launch something where they're going to be offering crypto rewards. And I think we're going to start to see a lot of e-commerce platforms thinking about how they can further reward and incentivize their users. So we're looking at scaling through these existing Web 2.0 infrastructures. I've got about a minute left. So if anybody has any sort of quick questions, please feel free to raise your hands or ask away. Dead silence. I guess that's something there. Otherwise, please feel free to come find us. We'd love to talk to other Polkadot projects, new or existing. Thank you very much for listening, and looking forward to connecting with you all.
Thank you very much. Just leave that there. Yep.